guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's video because I'm finally showing you guys my pin board. I am so excited for this video. I've been wanting to do this video for a long time, but I've been waiting for one particular pin to arrive to put on the board before I filmed this video, and it has finally arrived. As you can see, it is already pretty full, so I have already actually ordered a second board. It's the exact same one as this board. This one I just got off of Amazon, and I think I'll put it here or something to make a second pin board, but that's not up yet, so we'll just do one for now. I have all of my favorite Disney pins on here. I do have a lot more pins in other places. I'll show that at the end of this video. For the most part, these are all my favorite pins. I have 3 different lanyards, all that have somewhat of a theme. I'll explain it when we get into it. I've been collecting Disney pins for a long time. I think since like 2009 I've been collecting Disney pins. They've been around for a lot longer than 2009. I just remember the first time I went to a Disney park and I saw this whole new pin trading thing. I totally thought it was going to be like something that would only last a couple of years. They had so many different little things like that that only lasted a while, so I never got into it as much as I wanted to start buying and maybe possibly trading pins until 2009, because by that point it had been around for quite a while, and it was like, okay, like there's conventions going on for this. They have specific stores just of pins, so I felt like, hey, this seems like it's gonna be a thing. I'm gonna start doing this, if not necessarily trading them, at least collecting them. My collection was extremely small up until I moved and worked in Florida. Then my collection grew substantially. But for the most part, I always try to get at least 2 or 3 pins every single time I go on a Disney trip. Usually I try to get one that's like somewhat symbolic of the trip. I'll explain that as I show some of these pins. I love my pin board. I'm so happy to actually have a display of my pins, because for the longest time they were sitting in a bin. You can't see it right now, but the little unit that we have right here, they were sitting literally just in a bin in there. And I mean, I still have pins in there because I have so many that I can't display all of them, even though now I have a second board, so maybe I'll display all of them. I have collected so many since I moved to Florida, and I was able to get like a ton because obviously I was there for an entire year, so I was like, I'm not gonna just get 3 pins for the whole year I'm here. No, I went crazy and bought so many pins and received so many pins in my entire year I was there. Let's get into the actual pin board. I'm not going to explain the like ins and outs of Disney pin trading in this video. There's tons of videos on YouTube about Disney pin trading. I mean, I could do one, but I'm definitely not an expert. I've never been to like a convention or anything. I actually don't really trade so much anymore. So there's definitely other people on YouTube that can definitely do way better videos about actually trading than me. If you're looking for a video about trading, that isn't this one. This is just my collection. But yeah, so let's actually get into this collection, and I'll show you guys my pins on the board. I'll show you guys some of my other pins that I have here on this unit here. When I actually start and make my second pin board, I'll do a video of that. But let's get into
So here is a closer up shot of my pin board. I'll just do a quick little sweep over like this. Okay, now to get into each pin. So like I said, I have 3 lanyards displayed on the board. This one I call my park lanyard because all of the pins are from different like parks and like iconic things of each park. Then I have my favorites lanyard. This one doesn't really have a theme, it's just very miscellaneous pins, but each one of these pins is quite special to me, so that's why they stay on their own lanyard despite the fact that they're not really a theme. And then the last lanyard on here I call my cast member lanyard. So not all of these pins, but quite a few of these pins are cast member exclusive, and you can have only gotten them if you were a cast member at Walt Disney World. So we will start over here. So this is, like I said, my park lanyard. This is actually the lanyard that I bought myself to keep my keys on when I lived in Florida. I had my keys and my ID and stuff on this lanyard. So this lanyard itself is very special. First one, we have an Alani pin from the resort in Hawaii. And then we have a Disneyland pin. This one isn't necessarily either Disneyland or Disney World. The castle kind of looks more like Disney World, but it's not specific. But it's Goofy and Donald standing in front of the partner statue. And then we have a Disneyland one. This one looks very much like the original sign for Disneyland, so I love it. This one is one of my newer ones that I got on my last trip. So it is the Disneyland castle, and then when you open it, it says it's kind of fun to do the impossible with Walt Disney's autograph and then a photo of Walt Disney. Then going up, we have a Disneyland Paris pin. We have the new statue that's in California Adventure, another Disneyland pin, the Disney Cruise Line, and then a Walt Disney World pin. So then we have my favorites lanyard. So this Pirates lanyard is the first lanyard I ever bought myself when I very first started pin trading and all that stuff, because around that time I was very, very, very obsessed with Pirates of the Caribbean. Hence this pin. I'm pretty sure this is one of my very first pins I have ever bought myself. We have Elliot the Dragon. My aunt actually bought me this pin. We kind of have an inside joke with Pete's Dragon because Pete's Dragon in Germany is called Elliot das Schmunzelmonster, which translates to Elliot the Smile Monster, and I just thought that was the most adorable thing ever. Then Pirates, and then my parents got me this one, and it is a Mickey Mouse spider web, very cute. And then I think I found this one when I was working in Florida, and I traded for it, and it is Evan Rude from the Rescuers. We love Evan Rude. I either traded this when I was working there or my very first time I was ever in Florida and like was actually doing pin trading. I traded this with a cast member. Then I have a Phineas and Ferb one. This is another pin that I bought myself. The year I started pin trading, which again was 2009, I was in Disney World with my cousin, and her and I both love a Phineas and Ferb, so we both bought ourselves this pin. Then I have an armadillo pin, which is from the Toy Story Mania parade. It's also one of the prizes you can win on the Toy Story Mania game, and I love armadillos. I had no idea what this was from when I originally traded for it, but I was like, I love an armadillo, so I'm gonna take it. And then we have Dumbo in a bucket of water taking a bath. I just thought it was adorable and I had to have it. And then we have a baby Tigger, very cute. Okay, so I lied. This is actually my very first pin I have ever gotten. I didn't buy this for myself, but my grandma bought this pin for me, and she actually bought this for me before I started pin trading, and I literally just pinned it to my backpack for school. But I love this pin because it is my very first pin I ever had. And then after, I have my very first Conservation Hero Disney Worldwide Conservation Fund. In Animal Kingdom, if you make a donation to the Conservation Fund, you get a little button like this, and I have a lot. I have a lot of these buttons, but this is my very first one, so he's on my lanyard. And then we have Tuck and Roll from A Bug's Life. I got this pin, I think I traded this pin because I have never seen anything A Bug's Life ever. And A Bug's Life is one of my favorite Pixar movies, and you cannot find Bug's Life stuff anywhere. And they used to have a land for it in California Adventure, and then they got rid of it for cars, and I'm honestly very disappointed about it. Don't get me wrong, Radiator Springs Racers is amazing, but I love A Bug's Life so much. And then we have a little Mickey Mouse iPod. My parents bought this for me because I used to be very, very obsessed with my iPod, and I would literally listen to it in the car, even if we were driving literally 5 minutes to the grocery store. I would bring my iPod and listen to it. So my parents got me that. This is not technically a Disney trading pin. Someone just gave this to me, and it's not technically Disney trading pin, but I love it anyway. And it is Peter and the Wolf, which is one of my favorite shorts. And then we have Rufus from Kim Possible. I don't remember when I got him, but I love him because Rufus is awesome. And then we have Merlin, who is one of my favorite characters ever. The Sword in the Stone is super duper underrated, and I got this when I did work in Florida. And then this is the last pin on this lanyard, and this is Trusty the dog from The Lady and the Tramp. And my friend Nicole actually bought me this from the Disney store, and it was like a 2-pack of like best friend pins. So she took Jacques and gave me Trusty, and then we actually bound found it as Shock and Trusty when we went to Disneyland. So we had our little pins pinned to our outfits. So there's my little Trusty. Okay, so then getting into the loose pins on the board. Starting at the top, we have my two 50th anniversary pins. So this one I actually got from the Disney Movie Insiders. It was actually really funny because this launched on October 1st at like 9 a.m. And that was actually the day that my friend Tori came to Calgary to visit me. So I picked her up from the airport and I was like, hey, just so you know, I have an alarm set for whatever time 9 a.m. was in my time zone that this was launching. And I have a thing set because I want to get this pin from the Disney Movie Insiders. And we were actually luckily sitting at my house just chatting and catching up, and my alarm went off, and then I went on to the Disney Movie Insiders and I scooped it up, and I think literally within like 20 minutes they were gone. So I'm very happy to get it. The pin itself is the Mickey and the Minnie, and I just kept the background. And then next is my other 50th anniversary pin, and this was sent to me by my friend Lindsay. She has a Disney YouTube channel here on YouTube, and she was in Disney World actually for the 50th anniversary. So jealous. And so I asked her, could you possibly pick me up a pin and send it to me here in Alberta? And she was so kind and so lovely, and she did. And it is so pretty. It is, I can't tell if the camera is picking it up, but it is like iridescent and rainbowy, and it is so gorgeous. I literally told her nothing of what I wanted. I just said I wanted a pin that says Walt Disney World and says 50th. And she picked me out this one, and I love it. I couldn't have picked out a better one myself. So thank you so much, Lindsay. Going down, we have some of my favorite rides and attractions like Dinosaur, Fantasmic, Hoop-Dee-Doo Review, and then some just random favorites like Madame Mim from The Sword and the Stone, Powerline. I got this one when I was there in 2019 with my friends Tori and Allison, and it's actually funny because we found these pins and all three of us bought one, and then later on in that trip all of us met Max from the Goofy movie. And I actually did the perfect cast with him because I was wearing a Powerline sweater, so that was fantastic. Then we have another partner statue. This is another one my grandma gave me. And then I have a copper pin. So this was another pin that was like kind of like best friend pins. And this pin came with Todd from The Fox and the Hound. And I gave the Todd to my friend Nicole for her birthday. We were actually in Disneyland on her birthday. So I sneakily bought this pin with the Todd pin. And then I gave her the Todd pin as like more best friend pins. So I kept copper for myself and she has Todd. And then I have a special edition legacy collection for the Atlantis The Lost Empire 20th anniversary. Got this at the Disney store. I also got this one at the Disney store, another limited release Fantasia pin. And then this is one of my favorite new pins. I got this when I was in Disneyland, and it says, "The magic is back." And this was a special pin that was released after Disneyland reopened after COVID. And then we have a special Beauty and the Beast pin. This one came out specially when the new Fantasyland area opened in Walt Disney World. And this is actually a cast member exclusive pin. I can't open it up all the way very well, so I don't know if you can see that, but it says "Be Our Guest Grand Opening 2012," and then it has Belle and the Beast. So this was actually a cast member exclusive pin, so you couldn't get this unless you were a cast member. Speaking of that, we are moving on to all of my cast member pins, which again, not all of these are exclusively to cast members, but this is just my cast member lanyard, I call it. I think I got the lanyard itself from Cast Connection, which is a special place you can go to if you're a cast member, and they sell damaged merchandise for very inexpensive. So I think that's where I got this lanyard. This pin obviously is a cast member exclusive pin. It says cast member, and then another cast member exclusive pin has a little tag that says "Earned My Ears." When you work in Disney World or Disneyland and you're in training, that you put a little tag on your name tag that says "Earning My Ears." So I got this one for myself that says "Earned My Ears." Then I have a special pin. This was not cast member exclusive, however it was very hard to come upon, and it is a 30th anniversary pin for Epcot. Then I have this pin. This one is not cast member exclusive. It says "Remember Opening October 1971." There's actually a really good story that goes along with this pin. So when they were in construction of Walt Disney World, Walt would walk around all the people working and doing the construction, and he would notice that they always were staring at the clock and waiting to head home. And so just to kind of motivate them a little bit, he covered up the clock and put "Remember opening October 1971, just to kind of motivate them, I guess. I don't know. I thought it was a cute little story. This one is a cast member exclusive pin. So this is the casting agency door that you can actually find on Main Street. When you open the door, there's a photo of Walt Disney. I remember going to like the cast member store with my friend just to like look at the new things and look at what they had, and we saw this pin there and we both are like, well, what's behind the door? And the second the cast member opened it up and showed us, we both were like, yes, we will get that, please. And then I have another 30th anniversary Epcot pin. This one wasn't cast exclusive, but I added it to this lanyard because I worked at Epcot. That's also part of the reason I have this one here. So it's the geodesic dome from Epcot with the monorail. It says 30, and when you open it up, it says, "To all who come to this place of joy, hope, and friendship, welcome Epcot 30." And then it has the characters watching Illuminations, which is nice because Illuminations actually doesn't exist anymore. Then we have another one. This one also is not cast exclusive. Anyone could buy this, and it's just Mickey holding a photo of Walt Disney. And then I have a Merchantainment pin. This one also is cast exclusive. You cannot buy this pin. You get this pin if you kind of get like a compliment from a guest. So I got a compliment from a guest, so I got that. And then I also have a Disney International Programs pin. I got that one because I did an international program. This one doesn't really have any place anywhere. I just thought it kind of fit in, and it's just Mickey Mouse on a sketch pad. Then we have a Canada flag in a Mickey. I worked in the Canada Pavilion, so that's why that one's there. And then this one just kind of also fit in with all the reds and yellows and blacks of this lanyard. So that is the pin board, and now I will show you guys some other things I have. So down in this unit here, I have some pins in here and then some pins in there, so I will show those to you now. So first thing, I have a little VIP pin book. I showed this in a Disney Movie Club video. So in here I've just put some of my pins I've gotten from the Disney Movie Club. And then I have a bin here. In here I keep a lot of buttons that I've received over the years. This is where I have a lot more of my Conservation Hero pins. And then I actually have a fourth lanyard in here that I plan on putting on my new pin board, so I'm not going to show that in this video. And then I also just have some more Disney Movie Club pins. But what I really want to show is my little satchel I have here. So you can buy these satchels, however mine actually has cast member embroidered on it. So I bought this in the cast member store, and I thought it was extra special because this is cast member. And in here I just keep some special collections. I have this popcorn collection that was a Hidden Mickey collection. This is like the only thing that I've collected everything of. I bought this one because, or I didn't buy them. You can't buy these Hidden Mickey ones. You can only trade for them. But I traded for these ones because I don't know, I love popcorn and I love the like retro style, so I wanted all of them. And then I have a Treasure the Seas pin. I can't remember where I got this one. And then I have a Do You Want to Be a Mouseketeer pin. I got this one for being a contestant on Do You Want to Be a Mouseketeer on a Disney cruise ship. And then I have my Key to the Kingdom, which I got that one from doing the Keys to the Kingdom tour in Disney World. And then we just have some more random pins here. I have a Illuminations pin and then a World Showcase pin. I have a Brer Rabbit pin, and then I have another collection of Hidden Mickey pins, and they're letters with characters, and I just got ones that spell out Jodey. Then we just have some more miscellaneous random pins. I call this one my kind of Mickey Mouse page because there's multiple little Mickey Mouses. I have Oswald here, but Oswald should actually go up on the board because I love Oswald. And then I also have my Eiffel Tower one that I got in Disneyland Paris. This is my Haunted Mansion pins. We have Captain Hook as a stretching room portrait. I have this one that my sister got me, and it's Rex from Toy Story on the Haunted Mansion, and it says, "Can someone please cover my eyes?" I have Mickey as the groundskeeper, and then I have Phineas, Gus, and Ezra, the hitchhiking ghosts. And then the last one I have on here is these ones. This was a collection that came out when Be Our Guest opened. So it was like a mystery box where you would buy a box and you'd get 2 mystery pins in it. And so I collected almost all of them. I had so many multiples, but I actually got quite a few.
different ones in like the first shot, so I was very happy. Those are all the pins that I keep in my little satchel here. Like I said, once I get my second pin board up, which I'm not in a rush to put it up or anything right now, I have other projects and stuff that need my attention at the moment, but once I get it up, I will probably move around some of the pins that are in the satchel onto that second board. So that was my Disney pin board and my other pins. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you have any questions about anything, please let me know down in the comments. I'm actually going to Disneyland at the end of March, which I'm very excited about. So there will be new pins to the board, and I'll definitely do a haul when I get back to show you guys what I did get. But anyway, that is it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, I would love if you would like and subscribe. I post new videos every single Friday, and I would love to have you here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye, everybody.